Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Summer, she's here. We're having a literal heat wave in Toronto right now. We have plus 30 degrees every single day, and with the humidity, we're in over 40-degree weather. I'm loving it. I love the heat. Me and Will are gonna go to the beach tomorrow. I'm so excited, but I know the heat is not for everyone. So hopefully if you don't enjoy it, you're getting through this time okay. But I figured with our summer weather, I would do a summer makeup routine with you guys today. I've been doing my makeup a little bit differently for the warmer weather. So I'm gonna show you guys that, and let's just get started with the video. So typically in the summer, in the hot weather, I prefer to wear less makeup, meaning lighter makeup, lighter products, and so often I will go in with my little tinted moisturizer combo. If you guys have been around, you know I've been mixing these two for quite a while, mostly just because neither of these colors are ever really perfect for me. So I have the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, the light revealer. This is a really dewy one, and then I mix that with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin, which I've really been enjoying this guy right here. But over the last few weeks, my skin has been unhappy with me. It's kind of like all over my body. My skin is just very unhappy. I don't know, I must have some inflammation or something going on. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm breaking out. I have hormonal acne all along my jaw on both sides and on my chin, which I haven't had hormonal acne like that in quite some time. It's super rare for me to get it these days. If you guys have been following along for a while, you know I really struggled with it for quite a few years. So it's not something that I'm not used to, but it's been a while. So since I've been having that, I've just been feeling a little bit, I don't know, self-conscious. So I've been going for a more full coverage look with my base to help me just cover that up, make it invisible. So in the summertime, if you're gonna wear something more full coverage, if you're gonna wear an actual foundation as opposed to a tinted moisturizer, I recommend going for something more matte. That's gonna help keep the sweat and oil at bay. And I've tried two foundations over the past year that are amazing for this, both the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Foundation and the Urban Decay Face Bond that I tried recently in a video for you guys. Both of these are amazing for long wear in the heat in the summertime. So I've been actually doing a mixture of these two. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm just gonna take like one full pump of the Lancome foundation, and then I'm gonna take a tiny little bit of the Urban Decay. The little dispenser on here is so great for just applying like a really small amount. I'm just gonna do literally like 2 drops of it just to warm up the color a little bit. This is way too dark for me right now, but as we go further into summer and my skin starts to get darker from the sun, I'll add more and more of this one until I become this color, if I ever do. So I'm just gonna mix those together on the back of my hand and then go right in. I've already done all of my skin prep. I've got my skincare on. And then as always, I'm gonna buff that in with my Beauty Blender. There are literally 2 massive construction projects happening outside of my house, literally 24 hours a day, literally 24 hours a day. They approved one of them to do overnight work. Yeah, like 100 meters away from my house. They're building a new subway line in Toronto, so there's gonna be a stop going near where I live, so they're working on that project. There's also a freeway, like a highway for cars, just 100 meters away, and it's crumbling and falling apart, so they're doing construction on that as well, which is supposed to last for 3 years. 3 years of construction right outside my window, 24 hours a day. It's woken me up in the night multiple nights. It's crazy. I get it. I get why they want to work overnight, because they're trying to get it done more quickly, and honestly I'm kind of for it. Like, yeah, let's go quicker. But it's just noisy. It's noisy, and they're out there doing something really loud today, and that's definitely going to be in the background of this video, so I'm sorry if that's annoying. Yeah, I was waiting to see if it would go away, and it's just been like non-stop all morning, so we had to start. My sincerest apologies. Okay guys, so that is one light layer of foundation all over my face. So it's done a really nice job of just evening everything out. I definitely could use some more coverage on this breakout down here, but we'll do that with concealer. So I don't know if you guys can tell, like there's still some glow coming through from my skin underneath. You can see it like on the high points of my face, but everything is just a little bit more matte, which is perfect for summer. Okay, let's conceal, shall we? So I've also been mixing my concealers. I've been using the Sephora Better Skin Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer and the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Concealer. I actually really love this concealer. It is so beautiful, so full coverage, so lightweight. I really, really like it, but I have this in way too light of a shade. So what I've been doing is just taking a little bit of the Sephora and using that like so. So under my eyes and then anywhere else where I feel like I need a little bit of extra coverage. Because the Sephora one is a lot closer to the color of my skin tone or like the color of my foundation. And I've just been taking a little bit of this Makeup by Mario one just because I don't want it to go to waste and I want to just get a little bit of the finish of this in there as well. And literally just adding like a little dot of it to areas where I want to brighten. You don't have to use your concealer to brighten up your under eyes or brighten up the center of your face, but it is a little hack that you can do to add dimension into your skin. I know a lot of people don't love the bright under eye look anymore. It was definitely a big trend a few years ago, but I've been enjoying it over the last few weeks. I literally use such a small amount of the Makeup by Mario one because it really packs a punch. You need a really, really little bit of it. So I'm just gonna blend that all in with my sponge. And voila, we are concealed. I literally love concealer. It makes me feel like a new person. Okay, so we need to set that concealer. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder, which I just have a pan of it here in this little Z palette. And I'm going to actually set my entire face because in the summertime, I get really hot and sweaty. And I need that extra layer of powder to help keep that sweat at bay. So first I'm just gonna set my under eyes because I wanna make sure I get those set before they start creasing. And then I'm just gonna take a little light dusting of powder. It's honestly not that light. A medium dusting of powder all over the rest of my face. And I'm doing this now because I wanna give the powder time to settle into my skin. I'm gonna move on to my eyes next because I'm gonna use some cream products on top, and creams don't go really well over top of freshly applied powder. So I like to just give it a few minutes to sink in, and then my creams go on perfectly fine over top. So eye makeup. I have not been wearing a ton of eyeshadow on a day-to-day basis, to be honest. So sometimes I've just been throwing on a little bit of this Merit Solo Shadow. This is kind of a cream to powder formula that I just kind of smudge all over my lid and then throw on a winged liner and I'm out the door. So that's a really quick and easy option. I've also been doing no eyeshadow with just a little bit of like a pencil liner kind of smudged into my lashes. Or I've been using my ever faithful Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize palette if I want to do a little bit more of an eye look using multiple different eyeshadows. In the summertime, I just like things to be quick and easy, and I'm just a little bit more focused on my base makeup compared to my eye makeup. So I think today, since we went more full on with the base, we'll go a little bit lighter with the eyes. So I'm gonna go with option number 2, where I literally don't put on any eyeshadow. I'm just gonna take a little bit of eyeliner. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Classic Eye Powder Pencils. So these eyeliners are really interesting. If you think about like an actual pencil, that's what the texture and the finish of these are. I have a lot of eyeliners like my Sephora ones, my Urban Decay ones, even the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Kohl eyeliners that are more of like a gel finish. So they're super pigmented, they go on really creamy, you can kind of blend them out and they maintain their pigment. The Charlotte Tilbury powder pencils look more like a powder when you get them on the eye, and when you blend them, like if you continued to blend, you would blend it all away. They're not waterproof, they're not incredibly long wearing, they're not great for like the waterline, but for something like this where I just want a little bit of darkness, a little bit of dimension, and I want to be able to blend it out, it's perfect because it does have that powder-like finish. It's almost like using an eyeshadow. It's just easier, I feel like, when it's in a pencil form. So she has them in a couple different colors. She has a black, this one, and then like a warmer brown than this, I believe. This color used to be called Audrey. I feel like she's changed the name of it, so I'll have it linked in the description box down below if you want to check it out. But all that I'm gonna do with this is just, yeah, like smack it on to the outer edge of my lash line. I'm gonna take my little pencil brush and just run it over the top and blend it out. So I'm really working it into that lash line. Same thing over here. It's just so soft and pretty and easy to work with, and just like the easiest little makeup hack. I love it. So because I'm going so light with the eyes, all I'm gonna do now is give my lashes a curl, because my eyelashes are really gonna be like the focus of my eye look. I want them to just be nice and curled and alert. And then I'll do a little coat of mascara on top of those as well. I'm currently using the Milk Kush mascara. I really like it. I really like the finish of it, but the wand is so big that I always end up smacking it into my eyelid and making a big mess. So I probably wouldn't repurchase it for that reason. It's just not easy enough for me to use. It does look gorgeous on the lashes though. And I've just literally been leaving my lower lash line with nothing on it, which is something that for years I would absolutely not have done. I used to insist that you had to put something on your lower lash line, like a little bit of eyeshadow, a little bit of eyeliner, and 100% if you were putting mascara on the top, then you had to put it on the bottom. But I haven't been. I don't know, I just think it's a little bit brighter, it's fresher. If I don't have a lot of eye makeup on, I just really have been enjoying the look of only mascara on my upper lashes. So that's gonna be my full eye look. Who am I? Maybe a little highlighter in my inner corner when we get there. All right, it's summer, we need to bronze. So because it's summer and I'm sweating and I'm outside and it's hot, I'm really focused on long wear. I really want my makeup to last. And I feel like I've really gotten it down. I've had a couple really long days of work recently where I've had my makeup on for longer than 12 hours and it still looks so good by the end of the day. So I'm gonna show you guys how I've been doing that. Basically, it's layering creams and powders. So we're gonna start with bronzer. I have my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour wand here. This is a liquid bronzer. And I'm gonna apply this to the areas where I want to bronze. And then quickly before that dries, I'm gonna buff it into my skin using a brush. Because I've already got that powder down on my face, it just dries the product out a little bit quicker, so you have to move quickly in order to make sure you get it all blended out. So even if I didn't have my foundation on and I just went in with a tinted moisturizer, I would do these same steps that I'm doing now with my bronzer and my blush to come. Layering them is gonna help make everything stick and make it last in the summer heat. All right, and then I've been trying out a new product. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzer. I've been keeping it in the box. I don't know why. But in the winter I had purchased the Hourglass bronzer that I really liked. It was like radiant luminous light. I don't know, I can't remember, but it was too dark for me. So I moved that over to my makeup kit and I purchased this Makeup by Mario one in the shade Light. This is what it looks like. And I don't know, the undertone just isn't right for me. So I've been trying it out over the past, I don't know, few weeks. And I think it might just be too light. See what I mean? I like the formula of it. It blends out nicely. It has a matte finish, which is good for summertime makeup. But I just don't think the color is right. So I'm gonna have to try again. This one can go into my kit as well for people who are more fair or have a different undertone than me, maybe. That looks nice. I don't know. I'm undecided. I've been testing it out for like a week now, I would say. I'm curious to see when I edit this video back how I like the look of it on camera. And those two are just gonna stick together and help the makeup last all day. Really quickly, I'm gonna move over to my brows and just get those on as well. For years, I was literally only using tinted brow gel in my eyebrows because it was easy and I liked the look of it. I was going for a softer look on my brows, and then randomly a few months ago I decided I wanted to start filling them in more again, and I've just been addicted to it. And I feel like with the softer eye makeup, filling them in with a pencil just really kind of makes a feature out of the brows, which I know from experience with my clients is not something that everyone wants. But honestly, your brows do such a great job of framing the rest of your face. So with the softer eyes, I've just been enjoying a little bit more of a bolder brow. Nothing crazy, obviously. I'm just lightly filling them in with a pencil, and then I will go in with a little bit of tinted brow gel as well. My brows are kind of a mess right now. They need to be reshaped. I've been doing them myself because I'm too lazy to go to my brow girl and get them done. Once I've got them filled in with the pencil, I'm gonna go in with my Glossier brow gel as always, and brows are on. I just really love the look these days of like the bolder brow with the softer eye makeup. I definitely feel like I want to change the color of my brows. This brow cheat from Charlotte Tilbury that I've been using is in the color Natural Brown, and I feel like it matches my hair color, but I just like a warmer toned brown. So once I use this up, I'll switch to something warmer. It's just always been my preference with my eyebrows. I don't know why. Okay, and then we're gonna move on to the pièce de résistance. En français? Huh? If you watched my essential makeup products for summer, you will have heard me raving about cream blushes. I've just been obsessed. Especially with these two from Merit, especially with this one from Merit in particular. This is in the color Stockholm. I am obsessed with this color right now. I feel like it's so pretty, and I've been loving the combination of a bright pink cheek with a bright pink lip. So I'm gonna go ahead with my little e.l.f. Putty Primer blush brush. And I'm adding this to the apple of my cheek right here. So the trend with blush over the last few years has been to wear it more like highlighter and to put it kind of in this area of the face right here. And I don't know if it's like just my face shape or what, but I actually prefer, well, actually I do know, it is the shape of my face. But with my particular face shape, I actually prefer my blush to be more on the apples of my cheek as opposed to only back here mixed in with my contour. So I apply the product there first, and then I will of course take a little bit and blend it back in with my bronzer, but I kind of focus the majority of the pigment right here on the apples of my cheek. I'm keeping it high so that my face is still being lifted. If you bring that too low, it could drag it down. A little bit on the tippy bridge of my nose, which is fun. I just love, like, can you tell? Let me come closer. Can you see how it looks like I put like a balm on my face? I just love the finish of these to the point where like I often don't even use highlighter because it just gives me the perfect amount of glow, especially if I'm only wearing the cream. But for my summer makeup vibes, in order to make this last, I am gonna go ahead and set it with a little bit of powder blush as well. It will also intensify the color a little bit, which is what I'm going for. I don't have a lot of color on my face right now, so all of the color and like the brightness, the freshness of summer is gonna come from my cheeks and my lip. So I've been kind of switching back and forth between two different blushes to go on top of that. I have this one right here from Charlotte Tilbury, which is called Love is the Drug, which is a really pretty, like quite bold pop of pink. Then this one right here, which is called Love Glow, a little bit softer, a little bit lighter. It also has a little bit more of like a sheen and a shimmer to it. So I just reach into my little blush bucket that I have here, and whichever one I grab first is the one that I apply. I think today I'll just go in with a little bit of Love Glow and put that on my little blush brush and then just tap it on top. I don't want to swipe because it's gonna move around those cream products that I have under there. So I'm just tapping that on top, and it's gonna just really kind of intensify that pink glow on my cheek, really make it pop, and it's gonna last all day. Blush is kind of one of those things that fades the quickest, but if you do this routine of doing the cream first and then the powder on top, it's gonna stick, it's gonna last. Okay, isn't that so pretty? Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I've been doing this kind of look a lot with my clients as well, but I've been using the Rare Beauty cream blushes in my kit, and they work really well for this too. Definitely, you guys, if you want to try out some cream blushes this year, the Merit ones, if you want something more dewy, lightweight, or the Rare Beauty ones for like a really big, intense pop of color, they're both fantastic. Okay, so because I've gone ahead and put powder on top of my cream blush, it takes away some of that beautiful glow that I was talking about that the Merit Beauty blushes have. So I am gonna add a little bit of highlighter. This is Becca Champagne Pop, I know. And I'm just gonna add that right here to the tippy top of my cheeks. I'm gonna add a teeny bit above my brows. And then I'm also gonna take it on a little tiny eyeshadow brush and just add a little bit of that to the inner corners of my eyes as well. Summertime is for glowing, and I have a lot of matteness happening on my face in order to make my makeup last throughout the day. So adding that little extra touch of highlight just brings back that glow, brings back that nice summery feel. Next, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and run that kind of over the edges of everything to help everything kind of blend into the skin a little bit better so that it's not so harsh. It's not like pink blush, light foundation, you know? If I go over top with my sponge, it's just gonna help blend that blush into the foundation and have a nice gradient as it fades out, so it's not as stark. Okay, and then last but not least, the lips. Summertime for me means bold, bright, colorful lips. It's another reason why I've been doing so much less on my eyes, is because I feel like if I do like a full eye look, a bright cheek, and a bright lip, it can just feel like a lot of makeup. And it's just a little classier, a little more elegant to kind of pull back with that a little bit. So I showed some of my favorite summer lipsticks in my previous video. Today, I think I'm gonna use this guy right here, which is called Amazing Grace. I just have it in a cute little mini. But before that, I'm gonna line my lips with Pillow Talk lip liner. And something that I've learned over the last year, I would say, is with brighter lipsticks, a really great way to wear them is just to apply a really light layer. I usually will just apply it to my bottom lip like so, and then really just rub it in. You can just smack your lips together like that, or you can use your finger and rub it in. And that's gonna help your lipstick last like all day. This works obviously a lot better with a matte lipstick. The Charlotte Tilbury matte lipsticks are really nice because they're not drying at all. So you get the long wear and the lasting finish of a matte lipstick without having your lips become like super dry. But I was pretty shocked. I did my makeup for work on this previous Saturday. So that would have been at like probably 7 in the morning. I put on my lipstick, and when I got home from work around 2 in the afternoon, it was still on. So that's like 7 hours of just a regular schmigular lipstick, nothing like long wear, not a liquid lipstick. And this was kind of the technique that I used to apply it. It's also a great hack if you aren't used to wearing bright colors. It's just a little bit of a softer look. I could go and like make this more pigmented and more bold by just layering on top of this now, but for something softer, more wearable for like the everyday person, especially if you're just getting into wearing bright colors like I just said, this is a really great hack and a really great way to wear your lipstick in the summertime. So of course we have to finish everything off. If I were going to be wearing this makeup for a long period of time and I really wanted it to last and kind of stay exactly how it is, I would go in with my One Size On Till Dawn mattifying setting spray, but I don't need a crazy long wear out of my makeup today. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter, which also does extend the longevity of my makeup, but not like this guy does. But the reason I'm gonna apply this now is just to help any powders, because I do have a lot of powder on my face, just to help them settle into the skin and just look a little bit more natural and kind of melt them in with all of the cream products. And that's it, you guys. That is my current summertime go-to look, my summertime glam. I love it. It just feels really fresh and elegant. It's also modern because of the bright pop of color on my cheeks. Like, I feel like that's been a really big trend lately. And yeah, I just feel like this look is perfect for summer. I feel like I need to change out of this gray t-shirt and put on like a bright, bold, summery dress, and like it would just be the cutest little look. However, I haven't brought up all of my summer clothes from the storage room yet. I've been like saying I need to do it every day for like a month, and I just can't bring myself to go down there and get them. So I still only have all of my winter clothes up here, but if I had my summer clothes upstairs, I would change into something like bright and colorful because I feel like it would just go perfectly with this makeup look. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you picked up some tips. I'm so happy you're here. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, you can subscribe to see what I have coming up next, and I'll see you guys in that next video.